Hello everyone, today I'm here in Miami, Florida, outside of the Chuck E. Cheese here in the Kendall Village Shopping Center. I'm going to go in there and check this one out. This is a flagship location, so it has some unique stuff. We'll see that, we'll see their games, their art, and everything else, all their store features, talk a little bit about the history of this store, and more. So let's get in there and check this store out. Alright, let's start this tour off right here in the showroom. So they have the video wall front and center right here, and they have 4 of the 5 character posters, 2 on either side, and they're all the large ones. And then they have Pasquale's here in single form off to the side. They got new tables, new benches, new booths, and outlet charging stations. Of course, flagship locations got the full remodel, and then flagship locations also got this, which is right here in the showroom. They have their unique, one-of-a-kind mural specific to this location here. So they have Helen and Jasper on there. Actually, all the graphics here are Summer of Fun ones. So that's cool since we're in Florida. So they have that. They have a very pixelated Chucky license plate down here. I don't know if you guys can tell but in person it's very pixelated. And then they have, they call this Kendall, Florida, not Miami. So it says Kendall there on the in the beach house. And then Chucky is also extremely pixelated. So yeah. Now this is my first time seeing a mural with only 3 characters. Normally Bella and Munch are included, all the other ones I've seen anyway, and then it ends here. But it's very big, and other than the pixelation, it's nice. I like it. Right behind the showroom area, they have the kiddie ride area. So we start off with the trampoline zone, and then they have 3 of the 5 pieces, the typical 3, Chucky, Munch, and Bella. So since Munch and Bella aren't in that, they got made up over here on the trampoline zone art. In front of the trampoline zone here, they have the Chucky's Birthday Blaster, which is only used for birthday parties. It's a replacement for the Ticket Blaster at some of these locations, specifically here in Florida and in a couple other test markets that they put this in. It says Chucky's Birthday Blaster up there, and it spins around, and then the kids get in there, and then the balls come down, and they have to put the balls in the holes there, and that's for their birthday parties. The Birthday Star does that only. The employees have to turn that on. Then they have the paintball helmet here, and the Where Can Be a Kid Blue race car. They have the Casey Cobra and Arca rides. They have the, we'll get closer to that then later. They have the Cars ride. They have the Chucky's Glider Rider with Rockstar Chuck right there on top. He still has his whiskers though, a couple of them anyway. He hasn't lost all his whiskers. Normally when I see those, the whiskers are all gone. Then they have Justice League Whack-A-Mole and Zombie Land Battle here. And then I gotta show you guys this. So they have this little train ride here. It's called Mini Express. And then here on the right side of the trampoline zone, they have Buzzy Buzzy Bee. They have this hit music whack-a-mole kind of thing. And then here's the trampoline zone once again. And then they have the retro video game piece, Astro Invasion, and Bunny Pond. And then they have some more seating here with the high 5 word mark. And then something I've never seen before is not a TV ring, but just 2 TVs, one on either side. They didn't put a ring here. I've never seen 2 TVs back to back like that before. Normally it's a ring like that one over there. So we'll get a closer look at that then. I show you guys this. Then over here they have the Marathon Runner wheel. And then they have the climbing structure here. I've seen this. I think Huntsville, Alabama had this thing, and Novi, Michigan had this thing. So I've seen this a couple times, and they have it here as well at Kendall. They also have the Pirates Hook game right here, and Pig Out. Here's a closer look at the air hockey table. They have Soccer Stars right here, which is nice to see here in the kiddie ride area. And they have the photo ride car with Rockstar Chuck right there. And that is about it for kiddie games in here. There's a good amount of them. And now we will go take a look at the main arcade here for the everyone else that's not a little kid. So we start off here with the Sideshow, and then we go to Iceman and Dog Pounder. Then they have NBA Hoops up there. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alley rollers with the marquee, 150 ticket jackpot. Then they have Milk Jug Toss, Simpson Soccer, Dream Raiders, which looks like a VR game. I don't think it is though. It's not a VR game. It's just a 2-player game there. And then they have Spaceballs here. Are the front windows. They have 2.0 stripes painted on those walls. They have a pennant light that lights up absolutely nothing because there used to be a booth here which is now gone. They do have crown molding which is not lit. There might be lights, but they're probably burnt out or turned off. Then they have Big Win Super Spin and Fruit Ninja FX, Terminator Salvation, Barrel of Monkeys, and I showed you guys that already. So now we'll come over here to Slam a Winner. They have Bop to Win and Red Hot back to back there. Then we have Treasure Quest. The bonus is 75. Terminator Salvation right here. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see better. On this side of Fruit Ninja FX, they have Teeter Totter Castle, and then they have Dizzy Chicken over here on the other side of Big One Super Spin. Then they have Tippin' Blocks right here. They have another one of those back-to-back TVs instead of the ring, which is interesting. Then they have the Big Bass Wheel Pro right here with Avenger Chuck on it. They have Pop It and Win. Then they have Jurassic Park Arcade, Goal Line Rush. I showed you guys Red Hot already. Let's just give it a try. Avenger Chuck's on it. Ugh, not my best, only 3. Let's move back over here and show some more games. They have some seating here at this area here, and then they have Sonic Blast Ball, Disney Crossing Road, Cruisin' Blast, and Batman. They have Paw Patrol, only a bonus of 50 though. Then they have Operation, they have Slide Up right there, Halo Fire Team Raven, and then here back at the front windows, they have the Where a Kid Can Be a Kid word mark over there, seating all the way down. Then they have Space Invaders Frenzy, they have the larger version of Whack and Win, they have Pineapple Arcade, Dead Storm Pirates, Jackpot Extreme, Photo Booth right here. Then they have Chameleon Paradise and Super Monkey Ball Ticket Blitz, and then they have the Trolls Ride right there, not ride, game, Trolls Game, Temple Run, Hop and Stack. Then they have the Florida thing that I've seen in a lot of these Florida locations, the Chucky's Cosmic XL with the character plush in it. You can't use your Play Pass for this. Then they have Hoop It Up right there, Harpoon Lagoon, Spinorama, which, let's try. It's hard to play this one-handed, but oh well, what are you gonna do? I should be using my dominant hand. I'm right-handed. I'm playing this with my left hand, which is not pretty, so yeah. Let me try it with this. Oh, look at that. I got one in there by accident. One more. Ah, it was one away. Pretty good. Then they have Basketball Pro here, and one more, Space Warp here at the edge of the arcade, another one of the back-to-back TVs, and I think that does it here from the game room. So now let's take a look at the other side of the store. All right, now that we've looked at the right side of the store, let's focus on the left side of the store now. So starting us off, we have the 2.0 high top tables and chairs right next to the 2021 model dance floor, and then the birthday blasters on that side. So once again, like some of the other locations at the birthday blaster, there's not a lot of room for live shows just because of, how close everything is to each other. So that's one thing that I think, they could work on a little bit, is spacing for that, because, with all the kids and then Chucky, there's probably not a ton of room here. Then they have, on the left side of the showroom, they have the 5 Chucky silhouette. However, the colors look a little off. It looks a little darker to me, like both the poster there and the characters themselves. It was almost like there was something wrong with the thing that prints these things, because, it looks a little off to me. Then they have the large emergency exit here with a sign on each door. And then if we move over here, let's just take a look at the rest where the order counter and stuff like that is. So we have the all-you-can-play Chucky silhouette, and then they have the restrooms here, and then down here they just have the generic men's and women's 2.0 signs, nothing special about that. Then next up, we have a couple more booths here. These booths also have outlet charging, and so do these. They have outlet charging all through here. Then they have the menu wordmark sign, Pasquale's Kitchen sign, and they have a very small pickup window sign. Normally this goes down here and it would be a square. Here it's only a rectangle, which is interesting. Then they have their pickup window, of course. Wood floors down here. They have the caution wet floor sign with the new tiles. Third station sign up there. Then here's their salad bar right here. Of course, Flagship locations have salad bars. And they have, please use a clean plate, just a generic sign there, not the older one. Then they have the Our Veggies Are Hand Chopped Daily, new tiles, pizzeria and games above the menu board. And they have a large prize counter, which we'll get a shot of in a minute. Here's a quick shot of their prize counter. It's very large here. Not the largest I've seen. That award goes to Chattanooga, Tennessee, 100%, but it's still, they got a nice amount of prizes. They got all of the large plush, all the small plush, and where are the, oh, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're missing Jasper, so they have the other 5. You know what I realized, though, is a lot of this stuff over here that's normally has dollar amounts has ticket values. So, for example, those show 2,000 tickets. Normally those are listed for money, but that's interesting. So, yeah. All right, it is history time. Let's touch on the history of Kendall's store here. So there's not much to talk about. It's going to be very short. They opened in December of 2000 with a Studio C Alpha stage, and it is very obvious because of the cutout in the ceiling there. It drops down. That's where the Alpha stage used to go from there to there. And just like a lot of the stores I've seen, which I love, they put Chucky's poster where Chucky used to stand. I think that is such a nice touch. I'm so glad they do that. I don't know if it's on purpose. It probably is, but if not, it's just really nice. I like that they do that. The Alpha stage remained up until March of 2022 when they got their 2.0 remodel and they removed it, and they got a Flagship remodel, which means they got the mural, of course, and they got all the features, all the furniture, bathrooms, everything, and looks very nice in here, of course. I wish they had the stage, absolutely, but they definitely, spared no expense with this remodel. There are 2 Flagship locations here in Florida. The other is Brandon, which is on the other side of the state. If I have posted that video already, I will put it up in the iCard. If not, I will come back and edit it when I post that video. But that's the other Flagship location here in Florida that's very large, and they also have a mural like this one. So yeah, that is the history of Kendall's store. Of course, they have had changes since then, such as the birthday blaster and trampoline zone. Those weren't added in 2022. But yeah, everything else is from 2022. So that's the history of this store. All right, out here when you leave, the carpet changes, and they have the timeline with the mission statement, large Chuck logo up above the door, and then out here in the lobby, they have the Half a Chucky Day green silhouette, another large Chuck logo above that door. They have 2 exits here, so you can either go out this door or this door. And then outside, let's see, do they have anything of interest? No, not on this side, and not on this side either. So yeah, that is about it here from the Chuck E. Cheese in Miami, Kendall, Florida. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.